I wanted to make a video helping people out and teach people how to make a very budget computer for like 300 that can run almost any game, 1080p, very good settings, right? And I have built one for 165. That video was posted a little bit ago if you guys want to see that. That's the same computer, but I'm going to make it way better, and I'm also going to show how to do that right now. And there's going to be a video later on of me actually playing on it and streaming and showing how much it can really do with the right upgrades. But first, we would have to show you what computer you would even need to buy here, and it's actually just this one right here. It's a very simple computer. It's an office one. You want to look for like something like this. This one's actually not bad. See, it's on bid, so you can take your luck on it and see if the bid doesn't go high. Like I like to save like 8 of them that are on bid for cheap, and you see what they go up to. So I got one that's even better than this for $106. Now this one wouldn't be bad. It has an i5 8500. Normally you want to try to find a i5 9th gen. If you can't, a i5 8th gen isn't the worst, but the one I have is a i7 8th gen, and the i7 that's in it's overclocked. And with that CPU that I have, which is this one right here, it can actually equal like a 5600, if not beat it when it's overclocked. So it's a very good CPU. And with the white graphics card, you can get like 300 plus FPS in Fortnite and stuff. So if you're playing that competitive game, you can easily get the FPS. But first, you would look for some less, and you try to get for bid for at least like under 130, right? Try to get 16 gigs of RAM if you can, like, and try to see if they have it in only 2 slots. Like here, this is what I do. I'm like, okay, this one looks good. Let me look at it, and I try to see if he shows the specs on the screen, because sometimes that'll tell you how many sticks of RAM are in there, and if there's only 2 or 1, that's normally the best to go with. But if anything, try to go with the mid-range tower. I think this is the slightly smaller version. The mid-range towers also works, but you either want this version or the mid-range tower, because the motherboard can fit in a new case. And right here's like the mid-range, I think. So it's not a bad size, but we're going to upgrade that because of one reason. If you go to it, doesn't take a normal power supply. So if you get one of these, all you're going to do is search up cases, and you're going to search up what type of motherboard is in the Omniplex 7060 mid-range tower, and what type of case would you need to be able to fix it. Then you search up those cases, and you can either buy them used on eBay for cheap, or you can go to Newegg, which is my preferred place, which, well, actually not preferred, but just very good. And we'll find one like this kind of thing. This one I don't think would fit it, actually, but it might. I'm not sure. I have to do a little more research, but you buy a case like this. So a super clean case. Looks nice, right? Let's click on it, get an idea. Super nice case. You can buy something like that for very cheap. And then to buy with it, you would first want a 24-pin to 6-pin connector, because the power on this motherboard, instead of you connecting a 24-pin connector to the motherboard to power it, you actually need a 6-pin connector to power the motherboard. So you can go to Walmart and get one of these for $10. Find one that can handle 1,000 watts of power, because the Omniplex motherboard can handle 1,000 watts of power. Sounds wild, but they said it can handle up to there. Now, I'd rather go with like 650 or so to be safe. And I'm going to probably not go with this one myself, but for you guys, this is probably pretty damn good if you're on a budget, is a 500 watt, and you can even go for just very cheap to even higher ones, right? And these would work perfect, and they have the cords you need to connect the graphics card. So all you would do is switch all the parts from the Omniplex you bought into a case, add a power supply with that power connector, and then last thing you need is a graphics card for gaming. And my preferred choice for cheap is the RX 580. I mean, you can just get it for very cheap. Like right here is one, but that one's broken. But let's find one that's not broken with 8 gigs of VRAM, $75. A little much on that one, because you can normally find them cheaper. 1 second. Right here is a 4 gig one. Right here. Oh, no, it's a 4 gig one. Bro. All right, there you go. You can look at the ones on bid, which I wouldn't do. I would if they look at the good price, but this one's already somewhat high. But you can get as cheap as around $60, right? Yeah, right here. Around $60 to $70. So there's a good one you could buy. Let's look at it. Make sure it looks like it's in good condition. I mean, it looks quite clean from the corner view. It's a nice card. 2 fans. Super nice, right? Has no problems. See? No problems. And you buy one of those. You throw it in there too. And now you have a mid-end, pretty decent gaming PC. You might be like, yeah, but what about the future on this PC? This PC ain't going to be able to handle much later on. Well, technically, the CPU is equal to a pretty decent CPU. Even some of the CPUs you can get for are equal to entry-level 4K CPUs, so you could handle 4K on it technically if you went to something like... Let me show you what CPU I'd say to go with if you're going for high-end. Because the best CPU I'd say you could pair with this safely is this right here. I mean, you can go even better if the K version, but that doesn't matter too much. But something like this you can go up to, and that's a pretty good CPU. 8 threads, 8 cores, 8 threads. My personal favorite that I'm using is this one right here. This one's 6 cores, 12 threads, so it's just as good, and it's also cheaper. There's only like a 5% difference on performance, I think. My exact version is the non-K version. But you can get one of those, but you can add it with like a 5060, or if you want better performance, you could just go with the 5060 Ti 16 gig, because that will give you the performance you want for like 1440p gaming. And I just wanted to show this because personally, I'm doing this myself. I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to put like a 4060 Ti in it just to show how good a performance you can push out of it. But I'm also going to put a lower end graphics card in just to show you for the $300 budget what it can do. But if you go up to $400 or $500, this thing is a monster. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but it really is. Because you want to know what graphics card you're known to be able to put in this and it can handle it? It can handle up to a 4070. And if you want to know something, that is on average, $600 to $700 graphics card. That is not a low-end graphics card. And it's pretty damn good. Even a 5070, they say, can fit in this, which obviously I'd say the best you want to go with is like a 4070 tops. But that's not bad for a computer this cheap. And I just wanted to show this, how I was going to do it. And now, if you guys wait and keep watching my channel, hopefully within a week, I'm going to be actually building this computer myself and testing it, live streaming, playing games, and showing you how it performs so you guys know if it's actually worth it. Because I think this computer actually can last you a little bit and work for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I just wanted to show if you're on a super tight budget of 300, you can make something monstrous that can play games. And like right now, this is being filmed off one of those computers, $165 one to be exact. And that's the same one I'm going to upgrade to around a $300 budget. So yeah, every part add together here. Let me go to calculator and figure out the exact price. I think for power supply, let's say we do like 45 plus 120 plus... And this is saying that you don't find like the most insane deals, because I mean, if you just watch for a couple of months, you'll find insane deals on everything. And we'll do like 65 plus 40 maybe on the thing. So now we got power supply, PC, GPU, and case, plus let's just say $10 connector. Oh my god, I'm a dipshit. I keep doing that. There we go. And we're at $280. So there's $20 of leniency, and going off tax and everything, that's probably going to be around $300 depending. I'd put some of the stuff at tax numbers, like the power supply and stuff, but it's going to be probably around $300 if you can find cheap enough parts. If you're willing to spend $350, then you're going to be able to get way farther parts, like for 350 you can go straight to like a 700 watt power supply, and then you can also go to, instead of a RX 580, which let me show you a graphics card that's even better. What's a good one? This is one of my favorites. You can either go with this one, right? Because you can averagely get these for like $80 to $90. And these have 8 gigs of VRAM. They'll kill any 1080p game with no problem. You could even go as far as maybe like the 80 Ti. I mean, yes, this one's insanely, it takes insane amount of power, but honestly, for this cheap price, getting 11 gigs of VRAM, it's kind of cool. But you would need the higher end power supply. Well, you wouldn't need it. It would just be nice to use one if this is what you're using. But yeah, I just wanted to show that to you guys, just how easy it is, I think, to make a budget computer that's good. And I'm going to actually post the video soon showing myself doing it and playing on it, streaming on it, and doing everything on it. I want to show these computers, just because they're older, they're office computers, that they aren't trash and they still can be used. And if you're on a budget, there are ways to go, and there might be better ways. And if there is a better way I figure out to make a cheap computer, because I'm going to main one of these, so that means I actually trust it. So I'm not lying. If the computer is trash, I'll tell you guys, and you'll see in the video. But if I run into any problems, then I'll try to figure out a way to fix them and let you guys know. And I'm also going to show you if there's any better budget computers you can make, because I'm going to try to do one of those soon. But I'm going to be posting a video soon showing you just how good this computer is. And I just wanted to show this video teaching you guys how to do it yourself. But yeah, see y'all later. Peace.